All right. Well, I'm gonna push a thing. Post a link on Facebook and Instagram.
Snapchat.
Oh yeah, Snapchat. Is there any other one?
Snapchat and tattoos. Snapchat and huh?
Oh, I like that. Snapchat.
Well, yeah, because the song is Snapbacks and Tattoos. It was a stiff.
Oh, okay. It's a stiff. Join us live now. Live in the chat. All right, join us live in the chat. Who we got live in the chat right now?
I think we got some people that are ready for us to start.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. I didn't write any notes today, so that's usually when I'm the most raw. when I don't prep.
I thought the funniest. Well, maybe I should repost it on social media from like this past weekend.
All right.
Let's get it started.
Let's get it started. I want to pop this bottle. I'm ready to drink this.
All right, let's go.
You got my favorite. You got the Brut.
The Brut, yeah. Brut Rosé.
I love the Brut.
All right. Hey, how's it going, y'all?
What's going on? Welcome to Faded Feelings, episode number 5. We normally would have done 5 on Sunday, but we were both hungover.
My name is Ando.
I'm Jay Steele. We had a Halloween party here at the house, and I had a headache all day.
You went over. I was too, man. I think we all were.
So
we got pretty faded.
I was not ready whatsoever to jump on here and do any kind of pop.
Oh, hey!
I wasn't even ready for that. Oh my!
Oh no!
God.
Hey, put it in the cup.
That happens every time.
Oh, should have put it in the cup.
Good thing Caitlin's not out here.
I know. Should have.
The couch.
Watching.
Now my feet are wet.
I know. Look at you.
Hey, producer Caitlin.
All right,
producer Caitlin.
We're live right now, so good to see everybody in the chat. All right.
Can I get a towel?
Live in the chat. All right, man. You good?
Yeah, this got all over my feet. I feel like
right. Catch us live right now. We're live on stream. We early. Well, actually, we're right on time.
We're on time today.
We're always on time.
I can't believe it. We're hardly on time. We've been on time like twice now total.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still happy.
Oh, here we go. Producer Caitlin, shout out to you. Got a towel.
Yeah.
I'm all wet.
This time it wasn't me. So you can't be upset with it.
He's sitting on the couch.
All right, let's get this thing started. Welcome to episode 5 of Faded Feelings. We got a lot to talk about today. And hopefully we'll be right back on schedule. We'll do another one on Sunday, but right now we're going to get it cracking. We always start the podcast off by giving our flowers.
Yeah, I know.
Faded Feelings flowers. You got anybody you want to give your flowers to today?
Yeah, actually, I want to give all my flowers out to everybody that actually showed up to the library last week Friday, because there were some people that didn't show up that we said, hey, you better show up, but everybody else did.
Oh, I love how that's an easy one.
Why?
You put no thought into it.
Why? I did.
You congratulated a city of people.
What's wrong? I graduated people in the club.
All right. Well, then fine. If yours is generic,
then you know what? Then
no, it's fine. Because that gives me an excuse to be generic.
Yeah.
I want to give my Faded Feelings flowers to everybody that came to the Halloween party. I had to do a Halloween party.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I had to do a Halloween party at my house early because I have to DJ Saturday night of the actual Saturday before Halloween. So it's like, you know what? Let's do the Halloween party nice and early. And we did it this past Saturday. People came up. They came dressed up. So I want to definitely give my Faded Feelings flowers to those that came to support me. And there's more events coming up. We got Neo this week.
Yeah, that's right. Thursday.
Neo at Cake on Thursday. We're back at the library on Friday. Back at Cake on Saturday. Next week that's the Halloween party. So we got library on Friday, Salt Yard for the Halloween party on Saturday. So
damn, we got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm busy, man. I'm busy.
All right. Cheers.
Well, cheers to the Brut.
There you go.
So yeah, that's the Faded Feelings flowers. We got to start today's episode off by getting straight into it. Kanye West was on the Drink Champs podcast, and
he had a lot to say.
And he did. And if you're unfamiliar with Drink Champs, it won podcast of the year at the BET Hip Hop Awards. It tied for podcast of the year at the BET with Carisha Please, right?
Yeah,
the fuck is that?
That's Diddy's girl, so that's why she won. But hey, Drink Champs, they tied, and he was on there recently and said a lot of outlandish stuff.
So Drink Champs podcast hosted by Nori and DJ EFN. They brought Kanye on for part 3. Now they've done 2 other parts with Kanye West. Nowhere near as controversial or crazy as this last episode of Drink Champs, to the point now where the episode is not even on YouTube. Now, there have been plenty of people that are getting, this is one thing that's actually kind of smart. They took the podcast down. Nori decided, his camp said, we're going to delete this from the Revolt TV channel. We're taking the podcast down.
And it was all to feelings, right? And some of like the misinformation, maybe.
We're going to get into that, but everybody...
I think they should have kept it up.
There's been a ton of TV channels on YouTube that have taken that. They got the video that after they either saved it or downloaded it, and they're re-uploading it in their channel, and it's up in their subscribers and their views. They're basically like capitalizing on the fact that
that it's boycotted.
Yeah. So, but Revolt is slowly taking down all the anybody else that was reposting it saying it's a copyright claim.
Oh, okay. Well, it is. So.
But Kanye West said quite a few things. Nori actually, after the podcast, after the episode, he went on to multiple radio shows. He went on to the Breakfast Club, and then he went on to with Ebro in the Morning, and he said that he regrets ever doing it.
I did hear that.
He said he regrets doing it, and there's a few different reasons, but the number one reason why he says he regrets doing it is what Kanye West said about George Floyd.
I can see that.
Kanye West, basically, if you missed it, if you haven't had a chance to see it, the clip that he said on the Drink Champs podcast, I'm paraphrasing here. We don't have the professional setup just yet to show the clip.
But use your memory. Why can't you use your memory?
I am using my memory.
Paraphrase.
Paraphrasing, he essentially said that George Floyd did not die by a knee on his neck, but instead died of fentanyl and pre-existing conditions. He also is claiming that due to a Candace Owens documentary that was released of Candace Owens basically explaining how George Floyd did not die from the knee on the neck, even though the medical examiner said the autopsy shows that he died from Derek Chauvin's knee on his neck. Let's stop before we go any other further, any other comments that he made. I want to start there. I have a problem with that. And by the way, there's a lot of things that I like to give Kanye West a break sometimes. You know, I
do it all the time.
I tend to agree with you that he shouldn't, that the episode may it shouldn't, I guess, and we talked about this earlier before the podcast. So I said that I thought that the episode should have been left online. But I finished the episode, and I understand now why Nori decided to take it down.
Yeah, because it was offensive to a lot of people.
Besides the fact it was offensive,
and hurtful,
Nori 2 hours into the podcast decided to then try to check him. And that's where Nori's been apologizing on various radio shows. He's like, 5 or 6 minutes in, he goes directly into the George Floyd comments, and I didn't check him then. I waited 2 hours into the podcast before I was like, why would you say such a thing?
And I do get his reasoning. He said that he didn't want a Birdman moment, and he just wanted to let him speak, because if he did and tried to challenge him on everything, he would have done what he did with Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he would just say just cut him off and just say, no, my point is better, all this and that. So I understand why he didn't check him. But
I'm not quite sure. The issue that I have is I'm not quite sure what Kanye West is trying to achieve.
That's what I was asking with Mike.
By making some of these outlandish comments. Are you really trying to be accepted by white America that much?
Is that what you think?
The conservative white America?
I think that's a big part.
Like, why? Like, Kanye, and let me be clear, Kanye West is one of those rappers that have just as many white fans as he does black. And I think it was before the Trump stuff. Like, Kanye West has pop smashes.
Yeah.
Stronger.
And he got that nerd rap. Backpack rap.
Backpack rap. So it's like, Kanye West certainly has white fans, and he has white, supporters. So why are you trying so hard to appease the conservative? My only thought is
maybe he likes their way of thinking, how open they're able to say those kind of comments without any backlash.
I think he was attracted to Trump's. Yes, exactly that. Donald Trump would go on stage. He would make comments all the time that one of us would view as oh my God, like a potential president or a president is saying these things. And I think what Kanye West's tactic is, he was wearing a 2024 hat throughout the podcast.
So he's going for his campaign?
Well, he said he's not allowed to exactly announce what he's planning to do, but he kept hinting at it throughout the podcast that he's planning to run for president in 2024.
So that could be
and the best way to do that is to get these racist,
Conservative.
old conservative white folks riled up to be like, I like that Kanye West.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think he knows he's lost a lot of black people.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't think he cares if he did or not.
I think
he thinks that black people are still going to be on his side regardless.
There are quite a few black people that still support Kanye West.
I think a lot.
But I
of
think he can if he really wants to win, he's going to need the white majority to win that election.
Yeah.
I don't think he has enough. Like Joe Biden had like those sisters from the South that went to bat for him. I don't think Kanye West exactly has that kind of support from the black community because of all of the crazy things he said over the last few years. I don't think he has a real chance of winning the election unless he gets the support from the opposite side, which is the white side.
I get that. I can see that. And that's, I think, the biggest reason why he's doing it. So he can go on Fox News and all these other platforms where he can get outreach to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that started the whole thing with the White Lives Matter. I think it started the whole thing with, trying to appease those folks. I mean, it goes back to when he was potentially running for president or when he was supporting Trump. He wanted, the whole ploy was to try to get those people in his corner. And I think he's slowly starting to earn their respect. My issue with Kanye West for why I couldn't vote for him if he ran for president is because I don't think he's mentally stable. I don't think Kanye West is in a
Any of us?
Huh?
Are any of us that mentally stable? Like a lot of
mentally stable is different from, to me.
Like if he takes his pills, does that make him mentally stable? Or medicine?
Here's my thing. I think a lot of the things that Joe Biden says and does is idiotic.
Because he's senile.
I think a lot of the things. I think Donald Trump is even worse.
Yeah, because he's just like a old bigot.
But I think Kanye West is mentally unstable to the point where he would make decisions to make
erratically.
Yes, and I don't think we're at a position in America now. Even though I am not the biggest supporter of Joe Biden.
You don't think he acts that way just to act that way? To he's fooling. He's not. He's actually coherent, but he just acts that way.
So that's possible. I think it could be an act.
Because for me, I act stupid a lot too, just so I can.
Yeah, but watching him, just watching the things he says, and watching most of that interview was him talking.
Yeah.
And not being able to prove a point. Like he would Nori would ask him a question and he would answer it and then go off and talk about that and the Jewish media and all these other things that it's like he couldn't even stay focused
on what the topic at hand.
I think he's lost it, and I would not want a man like that running this country. I think it's very scary.
We've had worse.
I think it's very scary.
Yeah, we've had worse. But going back to why they took
You really think so?
Huh?
Think we've had worse than what Kanye West could be?
Yeah, there's so much worse that can happen. Maybe we could choose The Rock. He's not in the running. But going back to them taking the podcast down, I don't think they should have took it down. Because it's like a teaching moment, saying this is how you shouldn't act, and look, this is what mental illness looks like.
I think Nori took it down because what he stands for as a black man, he felt he was kind of supporting.
He was reporting that what he was saying.
He was definitely maybe if he wasn't supporting it, he was allowing that hate speech to be broadcasted out to the world. And I think that was his issue, is that he's I don't agree with this. This is BS. Some of these comments that were made, I have to you're on my platform, I'm leaving this up for people to follow.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah, but he did check him later, right? And
he checked him later, 2 hours in.
But it was too late.
It was too late. Unless you're a Kanye West fanatic or you're in media like us, that I watch the podcast purposely so I could talk about it and know. And it's most people are checked out.
Yeah. They just see whatever.
Especially people that are offended.
Yeah. They're say one thing and then that's just what they run with.
So let me ask you this. As a Native American, obviously the George Floyd situation had nothing to do with your specific race. But
he still had to do with race.
Right. Kanye West's comments on the podcast about how George Floyd died. What is your thought on that?
I thought it was dumb. Just I think I was like, why is he doing this? First off, because you're why is he even saying stuff like this? And that was my first question. It's why? Why do you think he's doing it? Do you think he's doing it because he needs attention, or he's gonna do drop something new, or announce something like you said, the election maybe? But that was the first question. Why is he doing what he's doing? Second was, all right, even though he's doing what he's doing, I can still make my own decision and not support him in whatever reasons he's saying it. So like, even if he's saying it, doesn't mean I have to watch the whole thing or support him. I have never bought a pair of Yeezys in my life.
Me either.
Never. And I don't think I ever will. You know, I think everybody just likes his antics, and that's the reason why. But yeah, I just thought it was like, I thought it was just a bad taste. Just because it's like, bro, you can't be just talking that mess and think that it's okay to talk that way. Because now he's getting sued for what, 95 million?
No, it's more. I think it's more than that. It's a $250 million.
$250 million, yeah, 125.
$250 million, I believe, he's being sued for, and that's why.
And he's gonna probably lose it, or he's probably gonna lose it too, just like that guy who said Sandy Hook was a fraud.
Yeah. So Kanye West, I mean, he's worked for. He's such a musical genius. I mean, and he's a fashion icon. I think that he's contributed so much to this culture that why not just take the high road and do things that, because look, he's not gonna get hate from white America. If he is the old Kanye, as we call him, if he's making music like Through the Wire and All Falls Down.
But it's easier for him.
What do you mean?
It's easier for him just to go that route, the way he's going about it now, because now he gets more attention, because now he got, like you said, those old redneck folk just like listening. They're like, oh, what did he say?
Kanye West as the old Kanye wasn't good enough for what he wanted to achieve, I think.
Yeah. He felt like it was too much of a process.
He wants the power, and he wants to be a leader. He wants to be the leader of this country. He also made some comments. I mean, every other comment on that podcast was about the Jewish media. I didn't really want
I didn't even understand that really, because it's like, is he just blaming all like Jewish media, or like what does he exactly mean by that?
I think from watching the podcast, what he was trying to say is that Jewish media controls a lot of,
like who?
A lot of America, like Viacom, like certain major big companies. It's all controlled by Jewish people.
Yeah, Viacom is CBS, right?
Right. Controlled by Jewish people. So he's saying, you know, I'm not able to reach my highest level of achievement because the Jewish media is blocking me from doing that. But remember, I don't think that is what caused people to get offended. I think what caused people to get offended was the DEFCON 3 tweet that he made. About how he was gonna go.
That was messed up.
Yeah, and
you can't threaten people like that.
That caused him to get his Twitter and Instagram shut down.
Yeah.
So, you know, the other comments he made, he also said something that he said some things I agreed with. And this might be very controversial.
What do you agree with it?
He made a comment towards the end of the podcast saying that the closer his daughter Chicago is to the Kardashians, the closer she could end up on the poll. The closer she could end up in sex tape number 2.
Because they encourage that a lot. They embrace.
It's hard to say the Kardashians embrace it. It's a great word.
They embrace it a lot. They embrace that thought lifestyle, and they just want to be in all. You know, it's very sexual, and I think that's very true.
Him as a father is really trying hard not to.
But he's not really being a father.
You don't think he's being a father?
No, because he's not like taking him away from that. He's just like enabling it.
Well,
he's like go with the nannies, go do this and that.
I don't know.
He's not fighting hard enough. If he's fighting hard, he wouldn't be going on all these old podcasts and just saying all that stuff. If he wasn't fighting hard enough just to hang out with his kid every day.
Yeah, but think about all the times that we've heard from Kanye of talking about how they're keeping my kids from me.
But that's his perspective. That's very true. When he's not even actually really trying that hard.
How do we know that? We don't know that.
Because he wouldn't be going on these podcasts saying all that stuff. He would be taking care of business at home.
Well, he's still in the spotlight at the end of the day. That's like saying that like.
But people can pull themselves back from that and handle business.
Well, let's talk about something like for a second. You and I are in the media. You do a morning show every day. If you had a child and your baby mama was keeping you from your child, and you went on the radio to talk about it, does that mean that you're not, when you're off the air, not actively trying to fight for your child?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be going on just like all these tangents about it all the time. I would try to handle stuff like, because like honestly, if I was going through something as deep as that, I'd be like, all right, I don't want to talk about this because this is very sensitive to me, and I want to be sure that everything's good to go, and I don't want to ruin it by just like fucking talking a mess about it on the radio.
I do think that's a big issue for him. Is he's making it worse for him. Yeah. If he's going to fight any case and try to get any kind of real rights towards his children, he's got to stop with these mental breakdowns on these comments. So I do agree with you on that. I do think that he is at a spot where he's got to be very careful what he says.
No, he doesn't.
I do it well. I mean,
he don't care now.
What is maybe because he's a celebrity and he's a major public figure, he can say what he wants and still have a good chance. Because I'll tell you what, if I was battling my kid's mom and I went on the radio and called her all kinds of names and like was talking reckless and crazy, she could use that in court and be like, "This is exactly why I don't want him around."
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying that I said he should watch what he says. You say he doesn't have to.
No, he doesn't, because he's still gonna get his way one way or another. Because he's gonna it's like more manipulation on the outside of the courtroom.
Do you care to hear his music at this point?
If it's good music is good music, but much of it's not that great lately.
How do you? And this isn't like me.
Like, he's more of a good producer than he's actually on the track.
Yeah, I agree. Judge and jury. We're not another man's judge and jury. But I want to say,
what? You got people in the chat?
My Xfinity camera went off. He talks a lot about God and religion. And
yeah.
Then he goes on these podcasts and talks about, fuck this, fuck this, bitch, this shit. I'm not one to judge another Christian on their act, but do you think that he's losing the Christian community by some of the comments he's making?
I don't know. He's probably making more people Christian, if that's the case. If you can either, like, if I can act like that, I might join that. Might go to his church instead. Because there's tons and thousands of churches out there, thousands of religions out there. So it's like, let me just go with Kanye's religion. If I can do what Kanye's doing, I want to join Kanye's religion.
The last comment I'll make about this, and we'll move on. Kanye West also said white lives matter. One of the reasons that he said that was due to the fact that my baby mama's white. Now, first of all, I could have sworn Kim Kardashian's like Armenian or something.
She is, yeah.
But let's just call her white, just for the sake of what America calls her, even if that's the case.
Or Kris Jenner, right?
Right.
Yeah, so.
My baby mama is white. My kids are half white. Therefore, white lives matter. That's one of the things that he said. Thoughts?
Thoughts on white lives matter? I think that's more like a black cultural thing, right? Because we don't have a native lives matter or anything like that. We have AIM, which is American Indian Movement, but it has nothing to do with like that kind of matter. And I can see why like Diddy and all of them got upset about saying like, "Oh, why would you say that? It's hurtful." That's the slogan, our thing.
Do you feel like with Nori, he said we obviously know white lives matter, like it's a given. Like, look at this country.
Oh yeah, it's just kind of like all lives. It's kind of like the all lives matter thing,
Yeah.
It's like all lives. Obviously, we know that. But when it comes to y'all movement, that's probably more of a question for you, because that's y'all movement. That's a Black Lives Matter thing. So like,
here was my only issue.
Was it offensive to you as a black man?
No.
No. So like, why are other people upset about it? Or why do you think other people are upset?
I think black people really rode with Kanye. And I think here's where it was offensive. I want to retract that for a second. I would say the only way I felt like it was offensive was that I felt like he was trying to diminish the reason for the Black Lives Matter creation.
Oh, and he did say that a lot about the corruption and stuff about Black Lives Matter. He pointed that out.
And he's not entirely wrong. My issue with Black Lives Matter, and I've said this early on, it was not a popular opinion when I posted this on Facebook. Black Lives Matter was created for good purpose. But certain black people took Black Lives Matter,
took advantage of it,
and did a lot of violent and terrible things.
And
I never stood behind the destruction. I never stood behind.
And you can't cover all bases all the time when it comes to things like that.
I stood behind speaking out, doing things, community events, trying to help our people, trying to make this more of a bigger picture so other people could see that our lives are being destroyed by police.
Yeah.
I never stood for people that were flipping off random cops and throwing things at them,
being a menace
and burning their cars down. I understand some people say, yeah, well, that's the only way that we're gonna make noise. That's the only reason we're gonna get attention. But my issue with that is that like the same racist white person you have a problem with looks at that behavior and says, "Oh, there go those niggers again." And that was my problem.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like we as a people need to do better and do differently to show we are intelligent, studious, smart individuals that have a say and have a right versus...
But are you really trying to change those people's mind, those racist people's mind? Because those people are saying their way.
That's a good point. Some people are stuck in their ways, but I just didn't really like the fact that Black Lives Matter was a rough time in my life because I saw a lot of people just get hurt.
I know. Actually, when all that stuff happened, I was questioning a lot of things in my life, like about race and racism, and all of it, because it was all encompassing. Because it was not just affecting. Because that's when Asian hate came in. Yeah. And I was wondering if there was any things going on. I was wondering if there was anything going on. Any other
I scared the shit out of me. Who was coming through my door?
I know. Yeah. I thought it was wrong with any other racist that was going on. So it was a big issue too for during that time too within 2020 because I was
the Asian thing is the COVID thing, right?
And
hey, shush! I'm doing a podcast.
And it also made you feel whose side are you choosing? It was more like that, with other races, because it was whose side are you gonna be on then? Are you with Black Lives Matter or not? That kind of thing. And then there was also the All Lives Matter people. All Lives Matter. Which one are you with? That kind of thing.
Yeah. And I guess that's my whole problem with this whole thing. It just spiraled completely out of control. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's already, in my eyes, it's already a stereotype that black people are ignorant, they steal, they destroy. Mm-hmm. That's a stereotype from a lot of people, a lot of racist and stereotypical white people. That is a thing, and you know it.
Yeah, but
and then when we go out and loot and throw shit at cops, it's fuck. I want that stereotype to change, but I don't think it ever will.
Well, I look at things as people are just people, and that's why a lot of people don't see it that way. Because a lot of those stereotypes and things, and it's deeply rooted. And that's why you have to come through all that, stages in life, through racism and all that past, and that past is still here. So it's hard to really just kind of break away. But in a way, when I say people are just people, I've encountered racism too, in a lot of ways. Probably you don't really see that often, but it's more oh, who cares about them in a lot of ways. They don't pander to us. They don't pander to the native people because we're not the biggest population. So I remember one year when it was the election on 2020, they had white voters, black voters, Hispanic voters, Asian voters, and they had it's something else.
Yeah.
I was what the fuck,
I guess the way I look at it, the White Lives Matter thing was just unnecessary. Mm-hmm. It was just unnecessary.
Yeah,
if you don't agree with the Black Lives Matter movement, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's all for attention, and it's to get these white people on his side.
He's pandering to the white folks.
Right.
They're conservative white folks.
He's going to make a run for president. Kanye West, and in all reality, he needs some help. I support his music. I even like the Donda type stuff.
Is this okay? So is this on the line of supporting R. Kelly's music?
I think I was gonna kind of talk about that. Yeah. Can you take the man? First of all, I don't think Kanye West has done far as bad as what R. Kelly has done. I think that Kanye West has made some very ignorant decisions, but he hasn't peed on children. He hasn't taken advantage of young kids. So it's I can bump and play Kanye West. Mm-hmm. I cannot play R. Kelly in a public setting.
Oh yeah.
I have, but I would.
I have, but they wouldn't like it.
All lives matter, white lives matter. It's just all ignorant to me. I think you can say I disagree with the Black Lives Matter stance, movement, whatever, but keep your comments to yourself. Don't go on social media and talk about white lives matter to pander to white people.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Don't pander to white people.
I still think. Even with this pandering, even with these comments he's making, he's still not going to win an election.
No, he won't.
He's not going to win an election.
No, he won't.
Kanye West. And by the way, Nori, I'm glad that Nori decided to backtrack and say, I was wrong. I regret doing this. I stand up for our people and I'm taking the episode down. As much as I understand your reasoning, saying hey, keep it up.
Mm-hmm. No, you got to keep it up because like I said, it's a teaching moment. It's saying, hey, look at this fool. This is a person you do not act like. And he's one of the people that you shouldn't be like, and it's why do we have someone like this? This is not an influence in a lot of ways, and because the free speech too, you're just censoring people, and that's why he felt he had to buy a social media platform. You know.
Brooke says, I think Ye has some mental issues that he hasn't gotten help for, and I totally agree. I think there's a couple things that
I think
contributed
he's
to
gotten
that.
help for it. He just doesn't want to take the help.
I think there's a couple of things. I think his mom dying really fucked with him, and I think losing Kim. He made a lot of comments in that podcast like, I'd do anything for Kim. I love Kim more than all of y'all. He got loud too. I love Kim more than all of y'all.
Why me? Well, he should.
Kim
That's
Kardashian.
That's exactly right.
I was sad when they split.
Why?
I was sad because it's like Hollywood's couple. You have Kim and Kanye. They have all these kids together. I was sad.
I didn't think
you know
it was
what?
gonna work. I didn't think it was gonna work from day one.
But then after like he did all these things, I'm like, you know what? Good for Kim.
Yeah, exactly.
Kim Kardashian.
She put up with a lot of shit.
Kim Kardashian.
And she still is
smarter. And I think Kim Kardashian. Now, many people are going to argue with that comment, but Kim Kardashian said a lot of big ass shit.
She would not be as big as she was if it weren't for Kanye.
That's a really good question. I don't know.
I believe that.
Kim Kardashian got famous from the Ray J sex tape.
Yeah, but she got even bigger with Kanye.
Who's bigger? The Kardashian family or Kanye West?
Kanye West.
The Kardashian family.
No.
All together.
Nope.
Kylie Jenner.
Nope.
Kanye West is bigger?
Nope, you would still listen to what Kanye had to say over all of them.
I would agree.
Yeah, he has way more influence than all of them. He's the one that said put Kim on the map, that made her actually worthy of being talked about.
I always blame the Kardashians for ruining Kanye West, but I don't think that they did.
Nah, he did it himself.
I never thought I would side with the Kardashians over Kanye, but I do. Kim Kardashian is fighting to get innocent black people out of jail and prison. She's like going like for her.
But I see that.
I don't think it has anything to do with Kanye.
I see that as like her pandering to the black people folk.
If it
It's
works,
worse. It's like Kanye. Kanye doing it with the white folks.
You really think that? But why can't someone just have a good heart?
Well, not really her.
Why can't
not that clan? Not that clan.
You don't think they're good people?
They're probably good people.
Especially some of the ones that are low key, like Kendall and like.
Yeah.
I don't think it's their fault. That
but they're influencing the way to do it, to pander, just so they can get the black folk on their side.
I don't know, man. It's hard to like agree to that. Like I don't know if you're wrong, but I know
that's what it looks like. Because I'm not black, or I'm just like outside looking. I'm a native looking in. I'm just like, why is she doing all that? You know, how come she's not just doing it for all the presidents? Is it because it's because of Kanye and she feels obligated to do that for the black community?
A lot of that happened after she got with Kanye, but it's no different than like Caitlyn before meeting me dated a white guy, and like was around white people in suburbia of America. You know, but now being with the black person, like she understands and is woke and sees like, not saying that she wasn't like partially woke before, but sees like, okay, now I'm fighting for this even more. I'm with a black man. My future children are going to be black. I want to make sure that I'm fighting for, you know, what I feel like is my other half's people as well.
Oh, okay.
And but plus, let's not forget, Kim Kardashian dated plenty of black men before Kanye West.
Yeah.
And that's, you know.
But she didn't do that. She didn't have those mentality and that thought back then either.
And that's okay. People mature as they get older, right?
I don't think she's mature at all, really.
10 years ago, me at 20 years old, I would look at a situation and be like, I don't give a fuck about helping no people. But now at 30, I see the benefit of like not doing some of the childish and ignorant things that I may have done as a child, as a young adult. You get wiser with age. Kim Kardashian 10 years ago is not the Kim Kardashian we're seeing on TV today. That's where I stand on it.
Okay.
I'm Team Kardashian.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes people pander just because that's what they're...
So if you want to help my people, are you pandering?
No, because we're kind of both brown and shit. We're both colored.
She's Armenian.
Yeah, we're both... Does that count?
I don't know.
Is that a white descent?
Basically.
Okay, I don't know. I just feel like...
But there are good white people, is what I'm saying.
Oh, obviously. Yeah,
Bernie Sanders, great white man.
Yeah, definitely.
Is he pandering?
Huh? No, he's just doing it for everybody.
But he's been doing it his whole life.
And he's been doing it for everybody.
Yeah.
He's doing it for everybody.
All right. Fair enough.
Going on to the next subject, we got...
you want some ice? Some ice?
You want some ice?
Yeah. Producer Elsie. you mind getting a little ice for us? Thank you so much.
Just had a dog's barking and everything.
I know. And I'm going to take this minute, too, to the music's a little loud for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like... I know. I was like, what the fuck? It got like loud as hell, all those dogs barking.
Yeah, well, that's how you know we in the trap. You know what I'm saying?
I was in mid-thought and I lost my train of thought.
Well, wait, you can use the ice in the... Well, that works, too. Whatever. All right, moving on to topic number 2. Huh?
Usually
No, it doesn't work coming from the fridge, but if you open it up and grab it, I trust your hands are clean.
Yes,
You didn't come and masturbate before you
I
came
just
over.
washed it.
All right.
All right, moving on to number 2, topic number 2, the hall pass comment. And I feel like men and women think about this. They approach this differently.
Okay, is that topic number 2?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm trying to look at the one. Wait for the lower third to pop up so I can.
No, it is topic number 2.
Okay. Hall pass. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh yeah, it was right.
Yeah. All right, so let me ask you this first. Thank you so much. This is mine or Ando's?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't give you Ando's. Okay. Let's start by this, Ando.
Okay.
Just you speaking. Would you allow your partner to have a hall pass?
No.
Now, when I say
Well,
hall
maybe.
pass,
Oh, but maybe if it's like someone famous.
that's what
but
I'm
not,
getting
but
at.
not someone they know.
I don't mean hall pass.
Someone they know, right?
I don't mean hall pass as somebody from the library, right? I mean hall pass as in strictly a celebrity.
Oh yeah, strictly a celebrity. That's easy because it's like then because they're probably not ever gonna really get that chance, or it's far in between, few and far between.
But the whole point is a hall pass is if they do. So if they go to a concert and the artist, tells their man like, "Hey man, make sure she comes backstage tonight," and it's like whatever hot celebrity that she thinks is fine, will you let her get some for that night and forgive her? No questions asked. No, I mean, if you ask a question, you can be like, "Oh, was it good?" Whatever. But like, you can't like shame her. You can't break up with her. You can't be upset. Would you allow that?
Why can't I break up with her?
Because it's a hall pass.
You're right. Yeah. I'll probably let her get a hot pass.
You gotta get a hall pass with a
Yeah, because
celebrity.
I listen to songs. I get a hall pass.
So that leads to the next question. Who is your hall pass?
Hall pass? A famous one?
Well, I would assume so.
Oh, I keep telling her that my wife is Marissa Armaz.
Why do I?
She was a weather lady here, a weather woman here.
Oh, the one you always showed me from your Instagram.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Is she in Denver now, right?
Yeah, she's Denver. Does she's a news reporter in Denver, so that would be my hall pass. Who would your hall pass be? Does your partner know your hall pass? Because I think I know your partner's hall pass.
Oh, we all know. The
Yeah.
entire world knows it's G-Eazy.
You'll be upset.
The question, and I asked it, and I try to really think critically about this, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm such an open-minded person, and I like different outside-of-the-box things. I like things that are I'm not like your traditional monogamous, like old-fashioned 50s relationship. So it would be weird for me to say that I wouldn't let her have a hall pass, but I do not want to think about G-Eazy fucking my fiance. I'm sorry. I do not want to think about. I don't want to think about any man doing it, but I especially want to think about him
Why?
because he talks about doing it.
He might have a song.
I asked him about it in an interview I had with him. There's an interview I have in my social
Me too.
media.
I had it
And I said, you make the comment. My fiance, she really is a big fan. There's a picture of you like holding her like this, and I'm just sitting there looking like a chump. And he was just like, next question. And I was like, like that. He wouldn't even address it.
Yeah,
he is known for doing that kind of activity.
Yeah.
He would get off on it. He probably would fuck her even harder,
It's an
knowing
ego
the
thing,
fact that
probably.
she's engaged.
Yeah, it's probably an ego thing.
Why can't it be anyone else? I'd rather her fuck The Rock.
Why?
Because he's a nice guy. He's a nice.
You're like choosing her hall pass for her.
Yeah, he's a nice, good-looking guy.
Because she wouldn't be as emotionally invested in it.
Yeah, exactly. He's built. He's like, how can I say so? You're welcome. Like, he's just nice and like, you know what I mean? Like, nice guy. Like, he would probably apologize after, hey man, hey, thank you for the good time. G-Eazy will literally make a fucking freestyle about it the next day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck
Hit it one time and it's over.
he would address it directly. But that's the kind of behavior G-Eazy does. He would be like, yeah, fuck the DJ's girl last night.
Yeah.
Like, some shit like that. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Hey, you gotta have to play it because it'd be a banger in the club every time. Okay, but no, okay, going back.
So, but my hall pass, and I talked about this with my gym trainer the other day. My hall pass is very interesting because the women that I think are like gorgeous are ones that I wouldn't want to just like fucking dump because they're so beautiful. Like Tori Kelly, I don't know if you know who that is. Pop star, curly hair, so pretty. I love Carrie Underwood.
I thought it was Candace Owens.
Shut the fuck up.
You said it was Candace Owens yesterday.
Carrie Underwood, not Candace Owens.
Okay, sorry, man.
Carrie Underwood is just like beautiful. She like is royalty. So I think about walking down the aisle with her.
Really?
I don't think about like fucking her. I think about walking down the aisle with her. Cause she's just like, it's Carrie Underwood. She's gorgeous.
Hey, I know.
But I think Jennifer Lopez, I have a thing for Latinas.
Yeah, me too.
And she's an older Latina, but she still looks great. She has that nice booty. I feel like she'd be a great time in bed.
Well, yeah, that's what a lot of people have said.
I'm sure. I'll be guy number 512. I don't care.
So like,
was J-Lo on that celebrities herpes list? I think she was, wasn't she?
I think so. Yeah. There's a lot of people on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez.
Mariah Carey too.
Yeah. There's a girl from this TV show All American that I think is hot. But
I'll do Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion's
I
up
don't
there.
see. She doesn't do it for me. Like, don't get me wrong. If she's like, "Hey, you want to fuck?" But I'm like, if I know Caitlin's gonna like give me a one hall pass with a celebrity, it wouldn't be Megan Thee Stallion. I don't think it would be for me.
Oh yeah. But
Make it good,
but do you,
looks pretty
like,
good.
okay, so you would would you do?
It's a Latina for sure. I gotta get it. It gotta be a Latina.
But if it's
I like the
hall pass-
spiciness. I want to call me Poppy. I want the. Hey, listen. If it's gonna be a hall pass, I want the fucking world. I want this to be like the best sex I've ever had in my life because it's never gonna happen again. I want the daddy. I want the Poppy. I want the Spanish. I want all that shit.
Well, good luck with that, man.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
What you gonna ask me?
But I want to do a more serious question with a hall pass with someone you know.
Would I let her have a hall pass with someone that
you
she
know?
knows?
Like like it could have been like that she has access to.
Now define that. Is it someone that she knows as in
Like maybe like an ex, or maybe or
no? You know what? I would let her fuck her ex again.
Huh?
For sure.
Yeah. Why?
Cause I know she doesn't. She hates that guy. So the way I look at it is like if she fucks him again, like
Okay. What if like it was a high
I'm
school?
not scared she's gonna get back.
What if it's like a high school crush?
Here's the thing, and I think she would agree with me.
Okay. What?
If it's a hall pass with someone you know, there's a chance that feelings could spark. And if it's a celebrity, you're never gonna see them again.
Maybe.
You're never gonna see them.
What if they slip on the number?
Well, then it's a hall pass for life.
Hey, does that count? Like, just say if they sleep with their hall pass and then they're like, hey, well, they said I could do it again with them again. Is it only one time deal, or do you get to do it until the hall pass says no more?
If it's G-Eazy, it's one time and you're.
Look at you! You don't like the G-Eazy.
It ain't happening again.
You don't like the G-Eazy.
I'd rather it be for her like I just want to fuck a celebrity because it's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Not someone that she's like
Infatuated
loves.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like let it be Bad Bunny. Like, let it be, you know what I mean? Like Adam Sandler or somebody. like it can't be someone that. It can't be G-Eazy. It can't be Jack Harlow. It can't be like Evan Peters. It can't be any of those guys.
All the guys he likes, she likes.
Yeah, it has to be like a celebrity that she's never going to like ever see again.
Oh, okay.
Or like not
Eddie Murphy?
Or not really Eddie Murphy.
Chris Tucker.
Dave Chappelle. She probably thinks Dave Chappelle's cute, honestly.
Yeah, see, so if it's someone they knew, you wouldn't allow it.
I don't know if I could allow it. I think
Even if she allowed it with someone you guys both knew.
I'm doing it solo.
Yeah, you're doing it solo.
Oh man, I don't know if it's worth it.
Why?
Because the way that I look at it, it's like I can think of a couple people right now. There's a girl yesterday that told me, like no cap. A girl yesterday told me on Snap, she's like, I would let you do this to me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, even if Caitlyn allowed me to do that,
You wouldn't do it?
well, I wouldn't do it.
That would even
I'm saying if it was a trade-off.
even it was okay. So,
Like if it was one of those things where like,
Like a-
I'll let you do him, but you have, or her, fuck. I'll let you do her, but you have to let me do him. Nah, it ain't worth it. I'd rather just sleep with her than like Caitlyn, that is, than
then the hall pass. that you
yeah,
see?
nah, because it's like, and most of the time, to be honest with you, man, most of the time that I've been so excited about hooking up with somebody,
It's not that great.
It's never as good as you think.
Yeah.
That's only happened I can tell you, I can count on one hand. The last time that it was like I was like, okay, this lived up to everything that I was hoping it was gonna be, was the person. The situationship.
Oh yeah.
That was the last time I can truly think of it being like, okay, I'm hoping this threesome is gonna be great. I met this girl at Voodoo Girl. You know what I mean? Like, let's hope it's good. And it turned out to be good. That was the only time that I could think of recently. It's happened before, but recently. There's been some girls from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
But more than that, it's never that good. So it's like, I'm gonna risk my hall pass on a girl. It's like, I'm gonna let you do I'm gonna let you fuck me. I'm gonna let you do this, and then I do it, and I'm just like,
What if she has a good track record?
What do you mean? Like I've done it before?
Yeah.
Oh, like I've done it before in the past, and I know it's good.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a fair trade. Because she's only been with one guy other than me, and I know it ain't gonna live up to me. And that's not me being cocky. She's like, you know.
Yeah.
So that.
Who would it be? Yeah, I don't know if actually, yeah, I probably will let her do like.
You a trade off?
Yeah,
like
trade
you get
off.
to do one with one girl, like.
How about yeah? It'll be like ratio 1 in 3. For every guy you do, I do 3 girls.
It's not fair.
It's like selfish. Yeah,
It's probably that one girl that you always talk about that comes in the library.
Oh yeah.
So if you got to do her,
there are 2 of them that show up all
if
the
you
time.
got to do her,
2 of them.
would you let her any random guy from the library?
Yeah, I don't care.
As long as you get to do her and the weather girl. If there's a weather girl, she can do it however she
Oh
wants.
yeah, definitely. But other than that, no.
All right, it's different. I think guys are more reasonable to give hall passes than women are, because women are like, I don't want to think about you with her.
Yeah, and
know
then they're
what I
gonna
mean?
give you shit about it every single time you're with them, or if they come around.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be terrible. All right, going on to the next one. We were just talking about the hall pass. Who would it be? He said Candace Owens. I said
I did not say Candace Owens. I almost went like,
It was
all right,
Kelly,
let's
so-
trade. I wish I had the salt and pepper song cleared up. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Not Snoop.
The next
Snoop
question
baby.
is Drew Barrymore, who's 47 years old, recently came out and said that sex is not that important to her.
Yeah.
She could go up to 6 months without having sex.
Yeah, and she didn't have like a partner for how long was it?
I
Like
don't know
6
how long
years
it
or
was.
something?
It's
Like
a long
5 years?
time, but
Yeah.
she could go up to 6 months without having sex.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
How long?
is
How
that?
long? How long could you go for without it?
Well, here's the thing. I was in a semi-long distance relationship
Mm-hmm.
with a girl. We didn't have sex much because I was all the way in New York. She was in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So we would only have sex maybe once a month if I drove there. She drove to come see me once. And I never, ever had sex with anybody else when I was with her the entire year of us talking.
I know. I've been in one. That's a long time. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't, I mean, like, it was like, you know, every month, every couple of months. whatever.
Yeah. I got you. Like, but it wasn't like all like every week.
A lot of phone sex, a lot of porn. That's different from sex, though. If we're being literal on what sex is, sex is different from porn. Sex is different from phone sex. Phone
Yeah.
sex is the type of sex, but
Intercourse.
it's not intercourse. If I was told I had to go without actual intercourse, I could do it for as long as I needed to do it.
Because we gotta talk about voluntary versus involuntary. Because
What does that mean?
So like you could be in a dry spell where you just can't get none from nobody. You ever been in a dry spell before?
When you're having a hard time having sex,
Yeah, because
it's
nobody.
been a very long time. Like I know that if I and this is like no shade towards Caitlyn, but if like her and I split, I could go get some.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm out here like, damn, nobody wants to sleep with me.
Yeah.
That's probably like when I was like younger.
Yeah, because I had a dry spell. It was like, like 3 months. And that was like the longest 3 months for a long time. I was
And
like,
when you were searching actively throughout those 3 months.
yes,
yeah?
I was searching actively.
And you couldn't close the deal.
Yeah, couldn't seal it. I was like, damn, this is rough out here.
So that's because your mind was focused on it.
Yeah. But see, that's still a long.
I think you make it a very good point. If it was a dry spell situation where it was like I can't get it, and my mind is set on getting it, I don't know how it would be. I wouldn't be able to go as long as if I'm choosing not to go and search for a sex partner. I'm choosing just to rely on porn. I'm choosing just to rely on like whatever, you know what I mean? Versus like not being able to get it. If I had to if it was like I'm not actively searching, I'm not trying to like actively pursue or go after it, I could probably do. I could do as long as I needed to do. I could do at least half a year. I could do 6 months like Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, I could do it as long as I want now. I think just because I'm older, the need isn't really there all the time. Like when I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna fuck every day.
Yeah. But I could not go without porn or anything.
Oh yeah.
Not even a week.
Yeah. I couldn't go without. I gotta watch. Yeah, I gotta
Gotta do
watch.
something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. I could go probably a week without doing anything at the max.
Yeah, because Drew Barrymore said that she's been a long time. I was like, I could not do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe because for women it's more mental. You know, they need to be mentally stimulated and with all that. You know, they need to have all the affection.
Typically.
Yeah, all that kind of thing. You know, the foreplay. They need a lot of that stuff. But for like guys, we just want to get it in.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it's mostly like sexual urges.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
So yeah, probably 3 months is probably the most I could do without it.
3 months, that's it? Mm-hmm. So after 3 months, you're like, all right, I give up.
I was like, I gotta go now. I gotta look for it now.
Really? Even if you were watching porn on a daily basis?
Yeah, because I remember I was like even though when I was like watching porn every single day, I was like, this is not satisfying. I need a nut. I need to get it out. And like I was like, I can't just be doing this the whole time. I need flesh. I need women's flesh. I need intercourse.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, like, there's been very few times where after I finish watching porn, do I feel like, well, that wasn't good enough. I need to go have sex. Very rarely.
No, I
Very rarely.
No, that happened to me a few times. I was like, nope, that's not doing it for me. And I was like, I don't know anybody right now. I'm trying to get it. And it was a bitch. I was like, this sucks. This dry spell sucks.
Is it because the feeling is obviously better with a woman having sex, or is it the bonding, like the actual, like hearing the woman, like,
No, the bonding.
with it, like in the middle of sex, like hearing, you know, like when you're sleeping with the woman, you hear, like, you know, like she's moaning, she's like saying, like you get that intimacy for a second, even if it's not romantic intimacy. You're like, you know, you're like body to body with the woman.
Yeah, I just want to feel a vagina.
Okay, so that's different. so what you're saying is the vagina just ends up being better than, you know, obviously like just watching.
Yeah, like even like a pocket pussy. You remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
I would never buy those things.
I have one.
Because those aren't. Really?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Does it feel better than a real one?
No.
Exactly. That's why I wouldn't want one of those. Because like it's like might as well just use my hand.
Nah, I think it feels better than the hand. I don't use it every time I watch porn, but I think it's all right.
Yeah, I feel like I can give myself a better hand job than any sex toy, or even any girl can give me.
Wait, well, is the pocket pussy the one where you still have to do the work with it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's
Like a
some where-
fleshlight.
Yeah, I have a friend that used one of those. I don't.
Yeah, a fleshlight. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like I could still do better with my own hand without it.
Yeah. I don't know. Try one for yourself and see. Because one of those things you can lube it up and, like, you know, do it. It's still not as good. Don't get me wrong. It's not as good as the real thing.
Because okay, for me, if I do it, I just want it in and out fast. I don't want to be doing it for like 30 minutes straight.
No, it doesn't take that long. But the question, let me ask you this then. This is a question that is different for all people. When you're watching porn, do you have to find the perfect video?
Yes.
Okay, so then what if it takes a long time? For me, it's taking hours.
Hours? Just fucking cut it off at 30 minutes.
Hours.
You gotta make a cap on that.
Hours.
You gotta put a cap on how long you're doing it for.
Hours.
Hours?
Hours.
Oh my gosh, an hours?
Hours. I mean, obviously, like, it was like in the middle, like at 11 or 12 or 10 p.m. or whatever, where like it wasn't the middle of the day, where it was like fuck with my schedule. But yes, it's taking me hours. So the question is, so you say you have to find the perfect video, but there's a limit for you. At like 30 minutes, like if it's after 30 minutes, you're like, fuck it, whatever I'm clicking on, I'm just gonna make it work.
Yes.
Really? Even if you have all the time in the world?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I'm like,
Hours.
I don't got time to be just waiting to like finish. It's like I get in and out, I got other stuff to do.
Okay.
Hours.
Obviously, yeah. Now, obviously, if I'm in a time crunch, like I gotta go to work, I gotta do do something. I'm like, I have no choice but to pick this one that may not be the best one, but it'll do the job.
Yeah. Because like sometimes I just like, oh, here. Do you have like videos that you go to all the time? Like this will do it.
I'm weird. I actually don't like rewatching them unless it's lit.
Yeah. I better be lit.
I like to see something new and fresh every time.
Yeah.
Unless it's lit. If it's lit, then I'm like, all right, you know what? I watched that one this morning. I'm going back. The most disappointing thing is when I subscribe to like many OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah.
Like not many, like a handful.
Yeah, but
and then like
they have the same stuff from like last week.
Well, there'll be something that'll be like, oh, like I can like this 30-minute video for $5. I got $5. I'll click it, and then I'm like, fuck, this was shit.
That's why I never pay for porn. I only watch it on Pornhub. Or
damn, man, like that $5 could have been like, you know,
A burger, not even a burger. You can't afford a burger with
Well,
$5.
you can. It goes towards something.
Yeah,
It all
yeah.
adds up. If you see 5 of those a week, that's $25. That doesn't happen usually.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever happened. But it's been at least 2 a week before. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 2 of these, and then I spend 10. That's a Chipotle burrito.
That's a Chipotle burrito. That's dinner for 2. Takeout. Yeah, cause like honestly, I've never like subscribed or even bought porn. Maybe when I was younger, when I was like a teenager, I was like, hey, get me that Hustler or something.
Really?
Yeah, but I
I like the pro, like the X videos Red and Pornhub Premium.
Really? Why?
You get access to better porn.
Really?
It's not that expensive. You get access to better porn. Yeah, it's better porn.
Okay, I don't like the overproduced stuff.
I used to. I think one of my friends, I won't name him. He had my login to Pornhub.
And you saw what he liked?
And he saw what I like, so he's like, why'd you look up BBW with BBC and like shit like that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just like, leave me alone if I like the BBW, everyone, you know what I mean, whatever. You know, he would make fun of me and he would screenshot the type of videos that I watch, and you know, I'm like, that's it. Like, you're never getting access to that.
We got a comment from Jojo Lynn on Facebook. It says, you guys have no imagination. So like that means like you can't just like think about like a sexual.
I have.
Yeah, but that's lame.
It never feels as good as if I'm like watching it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, because I have to think about that in jail. Like, I wonder like if I was like ever in prison or in jail.
You have to imagine it. You're like,
I guess you have to imagine it, or like the magazines. I think you get some magazines sometimes in jail, don't you?
I don't know. I don't even think about jail.
I'm just wondering. I'm feeling for the inmates.
Yeah. But yeah, I could. Yeah, because I used to. That's like some shit you do in high school. You know, you're like, you don't get it often or at all. You just have to think about the last time, like the last. Yeah, like if you don't get it at all, like you're like just imagine what it could be like, and that's how you do it. But like as an adult, it's like you just can't fucking use porn.
Yeah.
No imagination.
You made a video. I know you've made videos before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Is that something that you like strive to do with your partners?
No.
At every party, if I'm gonna fucking this consistently, I gotta at least do like one video.
Only if they're good at it. Sometimes they're not good at it, and you're like, let's just do it now. Right. Yeah, because like if you strive for it every time, like I remember like striving for it, and then I was like, this girl's not that great, like on the video, you know. I was like, just forget it. Because sometimes it's more work to do the video than it is to actually do the deed. Like, cause like sometimes when you do the video,
you gotta focus on the angles.
Yeah, because you want it to look good for later.
Yeah,
and then you can't really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely been the case for me. All right, it's been an hour. Do we want to get into the fan mail now? Or you want to do the fan mail next time?
All right, we can do the fan mail now.
All right, we did get some faded fan mail. That you have it up, or in the notes or whatever.
Yeah, in the notes.
Okay, you wanna pull them up?
Within okay. So we got a faded fan mail, and so, this kind of has to go off of what we kind of talked about this morning on the morning show. But it was like this girl who pretty much, like, just say you introduced me to a friend, right? And you're like, I think you guys could do really well together. I really think she's your type. I'm like, okay, cool. Going on a date, and it was a horrible date. It was a terrible date, and I guess apparently her friend set her up on that date, and the date went horribly because the guy didn't pay, and so she was fit with the bill. So now she wants her friend to pay her back. Should she?
So the friend sets the girl up on the date.
Yep.
The guy gave a terrible time and did not pay for the date, and now she says,
"Well, since you set me up on this date, you owe me the money." Why not? No, she owes money, bro.
No,
she does.
No.
Yes, because like
she can't predict how that guy is going to be on that date.
Yeah, but you should like have better people. Like you should have and like, because I will feel bad for you if that happened.
So technically, there's been women that I've introduced you to.
Yeah.
If the relationship or the situation doesn't work out, what? Am I to blame for that?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not to blame for that. I thought it would work.
You introduced me to this terrible person.
I thought it would work.
So like, just say like, okay. Just say.
How do we know that guy isn't the reason, or that girl, I'm sorry, isn't the reason that the date went bad? What if she did something on that date and she doesn't want to admit it? That's my thing. Because women can be deceitful. What if the woman actually said, he was shitty. He didn't pay for the date, girl. This, you owe me the money. When in all reality, the woman's sitting there on her phone the whole time. She ain't gonna tell that part.
Yeah. But like she, but
I ain't paying for shit.
We're taking about
shit out of luck.
Taking about in good reason is that she said, "Hey, you know what? You set me up with someone terrible. He didn't. He was not what you said he was gonna be, and I ended up paying for the whole bill. Can you pay me back? Cause you set me up with this loser ass dude. Don't set me up with any loser ass dude ever again."
No, I don't think that friend can be responsible for how the guy. If she knows the guy and thinks it's gonna be a good match, then so be it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that she should be responsible for that.
I do. I think you should pay back. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. Another topic. I think you had brought it up. It was about Halloween costume.
Yeah, let me ask you: do you have an issue with Jeffrey Dahmer Halloween costumes this year?
I would have like okay. I saw the message in the Faded Fan Mail for it, and because he wanted to go as Jeffrey Dahmer, right? But he was like scared because he thought that people were gonna be upset because it's gonna be distasteful. Well,
I think it is.
Well, in all reality, I wouldn't even know who he was if they came as that, because he just looked like a regular dude from the 70s, if that was the case. Like, who are you supposed to be?
Well, some people are like bringing the props with the knife and shit like that.
I don't know. I wouldn't care enough about it to make it a big deal about it.
But if the guy came up to you and said, "Hey man, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer,"
who cares? Get the fuck out of my face. What would you be offended?
Not offended. I would just think it's like distasteful.
Really? Why?
I'd be like, because you're literally like dressing up as somebody who killed and ate like
real victims.
It's different if it's a fake movie like Michael Myers. That shit like isn't based on any.
Is it like showing up like R. Kelly or Bill Cosby?
Yeah, I think so.
Harvey Weinstein.
I think so.
Like, I'm Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's just like is that who you really want to like be represented?
Because it's kind of like in a way you're glorifying him.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if it's glorifying more so than it's like you're making,
giving him props.
You're paying homage to someone who legit killed and he ate people. Yeah. If you want to be like a fucking sick character, then like dress up as like Ghostface or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh yeah, because it's kind of like going as like that Colorado shooter or killer from the movie theater thing.
People try to dress up as like pop culture, like things that are popular right now. Mm-hmm. Like they want to dress up as like whatever's hot right now. It's like Velma coming out as a lesbian, like whatever. Like, but people like that, like that want to dress up as Jeffrey Dahmer because like that's like the hottest thing on Netflix. It's like, it's not going to affect my life, like you said. It's not going to affect my night. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, are you fucking serious? And like, unless like like obviously, but imagine a Jeffrey Dahmer costume at a Halloween party where one of the family members attended. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that, bro? Like that at that point would be triggering. So I feel like just stay away from the offensive. Like, don't dress up as Jeffrey Dahmer. Don't dress up as R. Kelly. Don't dress up as like any school shooters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones, but it's kind of...
Why?
Huh?
Don't even dare.
I know. It's like... Because, like, there are some, like, borderline ones that probably aren't like that don't feel that way.
Like? Like Kanye West?
Nah.
I wouldn't be offended by that.
Yeah. But some people were offended, like, they went as Trump.
I wouldn't be offended by that either.
Yeah, but some people were. It's like, why would you be offended by doing that?
Nah. I mean, I just think if you want to dress up like an idiot, then dress up like an idiot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't really give a fuck if you dressed up as him. You know? But, like, would you, like, if someone did, would you say something to him? If they came to your house party?
No.
But, like, we don't take Dahmers here.
No. I'd let him continue to party, and I would just keep my eye on that motherfucker because he has a sick mind.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want him getting too drunk, and then, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Come shoot up the place.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird about that.
Yeah.
I don't trust other people. You can't even go out in public.
I don't trust anybody, man.
Without having to worry about, like, somebody, like...
fucking around.
Yeah, like, I get, like, scared anytime, like, a loud noise or anything happens in public now just because I hear so many, like, stories about, like, school shootings and, like mall shootings and restaurant shootings and fucking street shootings and club shootings. Like, even at the nightclub, like, it makes me nervous, like, DJing. You I mean, think about how many, like, remember that happened at the gay club in Orlando, I think it was? Mm-hmm. Like, it happened in Dayton, Ohio.
And I just remember we were, like...
Where I'm from, it happened in Dayton, Ohio.
And we were, like, downtown one night, and it happened, too. And that's why when we were in the club...
Yeah, you know, so I just, like, I don't like to... You know, like, I'm just, like, on alert at all times.
Yeah, me too. You got to always, like, watch out and be aware of your surroundings. That kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think anything wrong with that. Well, not wrong with it, but I just don't think I wouldn't do it. That's just one thing I want to do, dress up like that.
Jermaine says that TikTok Dahmer dance is dumb too. I didn't even know they had that bullshit.
I don't know either. Actually, I should go on TikTok more. Mine is more about like funny videos, people, pets.
So they got this. They got
alien
this
stuff.
They got a challenge and a dance off this man. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Oh man.
I can't support that, and I don't, I don't know.
Yeah, because and honestly, I tried to watch the Dahmer thing, but I just was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get myself to watch it just because I knew these were about real people, and they were gonna like glorify him in
So
that
then
way.
my question is, if you're saying that like you knew that you didn't want to watch it because you knew it was about real people and they were gonna glorify it, then why would you not be affected by somebody coming into your house as a Halloween costume?
Because it doesn't affect me in that way. Because I didn't watch it, and I don't really care for the guy to
But
begin
if you
with.
did watch it, maybe it would affect you.
Yeah, probably. And
I
I
watched it.
and I did. Okay, it's just like coming like Ted Bundy.
That's another one. That I wouldn't.
But people
accept.
did.
Did they really?
Yeah, remember when he had that the documentary that
Oh,
was
yeah.
out? That was that
That
film?
was Zac Efron.
Yeah, and a lot of people came as Halloween as that year too.
I don't support that bullshit.
Yeah, so like I watched it too. It's like, oh yeah,
There's so many costumes. Like, why choose to be sick?
yeah. Try to be something creative.
I don't get it. Jermaine said, y'all hear about that dude last month who was stabbing people while they were in their car? I did not hear about that.
No, I didn't. But I do remember like watching like a week after I came from
Sick.
Vegas is that he was stabbing people on the strip, just random people. He stabbed like 2 people. This guy in the on the
Wow.
Las Vegas strip, he was just like going around stabbing people. I was like, damn, I was just there last week. Like fuck.
That happened to me in Vegas too, where I went to Vegas for iHeart, came home. Days later, there was the country festival that happened with the guy shooting out
Oh
the
yeah,
window.
yeah.
Like, fuck, I was in that same spot. And I love country music. I mean, but I obviously like would rather go to iHeart than a country show, I guess. But it's just like, imagine, you know.
Yeah, and that's really sad too. And I'm glad that they boarded off that room and nobody can ever go in there again. Because there was a lot
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, because I think there was a lot of people that were trying to like go in there and want to stay in there because they were like,
Wow,
Yeah.
I would not want to.
yeah, because they were like, in a way, like, yeah, it's a thing glorifying it, because they were like, oh, I stayed in the same spot that the whole massacre happened, kind of thing.
Oh, I wouldn't
And
sleep at night. I'd have dreams and nightmares.
or just like, yeah, it's just distasteful,
I'd have nightmares.
You wouldn't? No, probably not. But it's just like not.
If you stayed in that same room, I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm weird about that.
No, I could probably do it, but it's just something. It's like,
I didn't. So they really blocked off that room. Huh?
yeah, they locked it off, and you can still see it.
If you like from outside.
Yeah, outside, and you can like probably on the inside too, maybe. But
But,
yeah.
but like they don't rent it out anymore.
Yeah, and there were people that were trying to
Wow.
go like after everything was said and done. They were still
So
trying.
death doesn't really affect you in the way where it's like a great example is like the Selena, like the Yolanda who killed the music singer Selena in Corpus Christi. That hotel is now it's a different hotel, but it's still the same place. Would you be okay staying in that same room where she died, like where she got killed and shot?
Probably, yeah. Like it's okay. I'm okay with that. Like I take death differently. I've grown up with death all my life. Like going to funerals like young. Like.
But if you knew that was the room,
Huh? Yeah, I was like okay. Well, this like
this is
all
where
right.
this happened at.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
But
chilling.
I wouldn't like
Chilling.
it. I probably wouldn't like it,
It's
or
chilling.
I probably wouldn't embrace it.
Yeah,
but I
you would embrace it. Yeah,
I wouldn't embrace it, but I'd be like, all right, this is what it is. All
it's
right.
chilling.
Really?
Yeah. Giving me weird vibes. Knowing that, like, at some point in life, someone was shot and died from that shooting in the same place that I'm sitting at.
Well, you could say the same thing about this house. What if like they didn't tell you, but like what if years ago someone died right here in the same spot?
Yeah, that'd be chilling too.
But you didn't know,
Yeah.
but it's only chilling because you knew about it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Good
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
There's probably been a lot of bad things that I've probably stayed in I've stayed in a lot of hotels in my
Hotels, yeah.
life. A lot of hotels. I'm sure I've stayed in hotels where bad things have happened. So it's
Yeah.
like, especially those shitty ones I stayed in as a kid.
the Motel 6s,
Yeah,
the
when I was
Days
like-
Inn.
The Red Roof Inn was
Hey, oh yeah, I used to stay there.
I used
a
to
lot.
get the Red Roof Inn discount. My dad's company, he's a trucking company, would get the $49.99 any rate, any room.
Damn.
So I would get like every weekend. I just have hose in the hotel room. Just like
The suites.
yeah, I get the suites, the jacuzzi, whatever. I would just have hose in and out. And I'm just like, man, I've been in this room. There's probably been some bad things that have happened, but oh well.
Yeah, it happens. Life.
All right, we're going to Chipotle. That's it.
No, I thought we were going Hooters.
Yeah, but I never tasted some Chipotle.
I don't know. All right, well, he's going Chipotle. Ah, look at Like, why are you alleviated? Let's go to Hooters, man.
I think Hooters is gonna close soon. Chipotle closed at 10. We have some time.
So is Hooters. Hooters closes at 10 too.
I don't want wings. Come have a burrito bowl with me.
Let's go then. Right now?
Alright, thanks so much for watching episode 5 of Faded Feelings. We'll be back on Sunday with episode 6 with some more hot topics. If you got any Faded fan mail, hit up me at It'sJSteele on Instagram or at
Ando on air.
let us know what you wanted us to talk about. I'm drunk off this brew. That's why I like brew. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See ya.
Ciao.